I have been a counselor for 2 years. Well, research has shown that there is different gray matter in areas of the amygdala and the hippocampus in the brain, which is the areas that account for reasoning and decision making, sensitivity to violence, judgment, impulse control, self-awareness, and the processing of emotions. And so because there's diminished activity in those areas, a lot of times people with serial killers are considered to have disorders. Some of the diagnoses that a serial killer would possess would be like conduct disorder, which is a behavior disorder, personality disorders such as like schizophrenia, borderline. A lot of times they're sociopaths, which is not a diagnosis, but something that happens as you grow up. A lot of serial killers have impulse behavior control, which can be a variety of mental illnesses. I mean, there's really a variety of things that could go on with a serial killer, but definitely there are abnormalities in the brain, and there is a big debate about whether or not serial killers really have the ability to control their behavior or not.
A serial killer is a person who has murdered 3 or more people over a period of more than a month, with downtime between the murders.
Condemned murderer Perry Smith said of his victims, the Clutter family, "I didn't have anything against them and they never did anything wrong to me, the way other people have all my life. Maybe they're just the ones who have to pay for it."
This is a bad one, isn't it?
Unsubs with a cause are never good.
Pets, I just got the 911 call from the Georgia State Police. 911, what's your emergency?
I'm at 1527 Chestnut Drive.
I know where you're calling from, sir. What's your emergency?
He thinks they're too greedy. They have too much.
Too much what?
Stuff. Possessions, things they don't need. Hurry.
You're calling because these people have too much stuff, sir?
No, I'm calling because Raphael.
That's enough.
I don't want to.
He's calling because Raphael is going to kill the sinners that live here.
I'm sorry, did you say somebody is killing someone?
Well, Unsub 1 definitely sounds frightened. Maybe he's doing this against his will.
I doubt it. He whispered.
He could have called out to save them instead of calling 911.
Not if he had a gun to his head.
If he had a gun to his head, why would he have dialed 911?
The second Unsub said Raphael was going to kill someone. Is there a third?
Referring to oneself in the third person is not uncommon for an Unsub. Ted Bundy gave thoroughly detailed accounts of his murders, but he never actually admitted to doing it. He would just say, the killer.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and run the name Raphael through the Georgia criminal databases as well as our own.
Thanks, Garcia.
Ever so welcome, my liege.
We have a killing team on a mission in rural Georgia. We know what that means.
They're not going to stop until the mission's complete.
We need to hit the ground running. JJ, we need an inside picture of the victims. Victimology can be critically important in a mission basis. Bree?
Already on it.
Prentice, go where the bodies are. Examine the wounds. They managed to kill 2 victims in 4.5 minutes. We need to know how.
You got it.
I'm going to set up at the Atlanta field office and go over case files from the state. It'd be highly unusual for a first kill to be this efficient.
Reed, you and Morgan, come with me to the crime scene.
We land in less than an hour. Everybody try to get some rest.
You all right?
What?
You seem unhappy.
I am unhappy. Tired of people using religion to justify the terrible things they do.
You're saying these killers are on a mission?
These Unsubs believe they're either on a mission from God or that the Bible is somehow guiding them.
Unsubs?
That stands for unknown subjects. The killers, working as a team.
It sounded to me like only one of them was into the mission.
It's usually more complicated than even that. In the case of Dick Hickok and Perry Smith, Perry was the subservient personality, basically against even entering the Clutter home, yet he was the one who almost single-handedly slaughtered the entire family.
Huh.
How many times was Mr. Kyle stabbed?
Stabbed isn't exactly the word.
They're all long, deep gashes. Each victim has virtually the same wounds. Both throats cut, a vertical gash up one arm from wrist to elbow, and a vertical gash down one leg from crotch to upper thigh.
Major arteries.